I just got done training here at Manny Soares', and I think we're around the Boca area. I think it's Deerfield. But anyways, I just got done training another Marine, former F-18 pilot. Just got done getting my ass kicked, so give me a second. Former F-18 pilot approached me. He's like, "Oh, you're a Marine." We talked about our background. We actually knew some of the same people, some of the JTAC people that were in the command at MARSOC, and we kind of started sharing, you know, doing the name game and kind of sharing experiences. We were in at the same time from 2012, and he told me about a friend, one of his best friends actually, who committed suicide. And shit, man. And it just like hit me, like it was a wave of emotions that hit me. And I started thinking about all of my teammates, and I'm trying to, like, while he's telling me the story, I'm trying to count all the guys who have taken their own life. And one here that I went through RIP and ARS, and we were in all at the same time. He stayed in, he retired, and then he just recently, this past year, family, had a good job, kids, everything. What appeared to look like a perfect little life post-service, he took his own life. And he's telling me that his friend moved away and isolated himself, and it was just, people looked at it like, oh, he's doing good. And I remember this for myself. I remember my friends thinking the same thing, like, Nick's got a good job. He's got a good job. He's living life. He's a civilian now. He's like, you know, he's making money. Everything's good. And the reality was, I was in the darkest time of my life. So I want this to kind of be like a really good reminder. This is not just a veteran problem anymore. Like, maybe it never really has been. Obviously, because of my community, it's hyper focused on that. But mental health and happiness, because of the state of our country, the state of where our society has gone, is at an all-time low. Like, happiness and fulfillment, all-time low. Stress and frustration, all-time high. And a lot of that has to do with, you know, the powers that be kind of making everybody so diverse and putting people against each other. And then, you know, with the stuff with the economy, it's just very difficult to maintain your own level of thought and purpose. And it's very easy to slip into this life of chasing happiness, which leads to comfort, which leads to depression, and that little voice in your head. And for me, it was the same thing. It led me to a night on the beach where I was prepared to take my own life, and thank God that I did not, you know, because I have kids and everything. But I was ready, man. I was so exhausted. And I don't think people, and I've said this before, and I swear I'm getting somewhere on this, but I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I don't really think that people want to commit suicide. I think that people are so exhausted. They're so tired. They're tired of being depressed. They're tired of being anxious. They're tired of hurting. They haven't slept for a long time. They haven't had any peace in a long time. They just want to break from that pain. I think that's what it is. So they make a permanent decision off a temporary feeling. And so many people do that in so many different ways of life. So I say all that to say this: if you're one of those people, if you feel like that, do not isolate yourself. Do not isolate yourself. Find something that gives you purpose. And that purpose might just be like fucking going to the gym. Go to the gym. And I know it sounds so cliche. I know it does. And you're like, well, I can't go to the gym because I'm hurt. Yeah, you can always do something, dude. Like, you know, I've got friends that are, you know, amputees and busted up, and I'm busted up. And I still go do something. I'm always figuring out something to do. I mean, if I've got a cast on this hand, I'm working out this hand. If I got a busted knee, I'm working out the other and upper body. But that dopamine, and I know it's hard at first, but get your hormones checked, all right? Look at your testosterone level. Get into the gym, start eating really good food, get some fucking sunlight, and if at all, and a lot of this is coming from that book, Excommunicated Warrior, that I wrote, The 7 Stages of Transition, and that's what it kind of hit me. And I told him, I said, hey dude, if you got any friends, please get them this book. It's on my website, it's on Amazon, but it saves so many people's lives because it gives meaning to the way you feel, because a lot of people don't understand why they feel the way they do, and that book will lay it out, and you're like, holy shit, this makes sense. But not only that, it gives you an outlet. It gives you an outlet of what to do. It gives you a roadmap of like, hey, these are the things that I need to start executing so that I start change my life and I get rid of this fucking feeling that I have. So I say that, you know, my thing is, it's one, check on your fucking friends. You know, they're probably not as good as you think. A simple text message might save somebody's life. Buy him a book, Excommunicated Warrior. It's a great podcast with Luke Kennedy on this channel. Go find that. You know, it tells his story and how he found my book and it saved his life. Get your hormones checked, get at the fucking gym, and eat real food, man. Like real food. If it has ingredients, don't fucking eat it. Single source ingredient food, as healthy as possible, and get some freaking sunlight. And know that you have value. You have value in this world. You have a purpose in this world. You have people that love you in this world. And if I'm not talking to you, take that information and share it with your freaking friends and tell them that they have a purpose and they have a place in this earth, and there's people in their life that loves them. Believe it, whether they believe it or not, there's someone. Every single person has someone that cares about them and loves them and wants the best for them. So I love you guys. Never quit, never surrender. We always keep moving forward. Peace.